Hey, Sunshine Buckaroos, how the heck are you, man? So I just got set up out here, and then everything just went to hell in a handbasket real fast. It just started pouring, man. It started to get, well, it was sunny when I got out. Well, let's say partly cloudy when I first started setting up. But within a few minutes, it got real dark, and then it just started pouring, man. And it usually doesn't come in the garage area. It usually rains the other direction, but this time it started coming right at me. So anyways, had to change some things up. Decided to pour myself some Wiseman Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey at 90 proof. The Wiseman, the artisanal traditions and heritage of Charles M. Dedman and the Kentucky Owl brand have been preserved to ensure that the outstanding quality and spirit of the brand continue with the test of time. This stuff ain't bad. I mean, it's just a nice American Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. A nicely done 90 proof. I honestly don't know the price point on it because it was a gift for my birthday, so I really don't know. And I may look to buy it again, but until then, I'm not going to look at the price. Right? I mean, every time I've been to the liquor store, I was careful not to look to see the price because I don't want no one to know what people spent on me. It was a nice birthday, though. It really was. A lot of folks went out of their way to come and got some very nice presents, mostly whiskey. Mostly whiskey, who knows? And some beer, but yeah, a lot of whiskey, man. It was very nice. I was touched. But I have had some tensions with a few folks since then, so it seems like there might have been some jealousy over some things, but I'm trying to let it go and be the bigger person. And just a few folks that have been a little cold to me after that, and I can't figure out why, but I will. I decided to try this on the rocks here. Again, it was a nice humid day. It's a humid, hot day. It didn't start raining. It's going to get more humid, but I'd have some on the rocks because cold just sounded good. So I've got the small cube, but here's the thing. I don't want too much. I need to drink this quickly and quit talking. Because I don't want too much melt off to get in here. Put in a solid 2-ounce pour. But you get to that right amount of cold. People tend to get down on rocks drinking, and it kind of depends on the whiskey you're using. But yeah, there is a sweet spot, I like to call it. It gets just the right amount of cold, that little bit of water melting, and then you really bring out everything in that whiskey. I call it the sweet spot. The sweet spot. We'll get to this sweet spot, baby. Anyways, I got a vacation coming in about 5 weeks, and you know the funny thing is, in the past I've always said, "Oh man, I need this vacation," because I was stressed out, and I was still saying I need this vacation, but it's more I want the vacation, right? I don't necessarily need to get away because of work stress. It's just sometimes you just need a change of scenery. That's kind of where I'm at, because I don't really have intense work stress anymore. I shedded that. I shed that or shed it. Anyways, I got rid of it. And now I just have the greatest job in the world, working for the best people. And for the most part, it's great. Every once in a while, somebody will give you some trouble for some unknown reason. Somebody's going to test you, I guess. Had one loyal customer, and I had somebody that I've considered a friend just intentionally get spiteful with me the other day, and I was going to say I can't figure it out, but I did figure it out. I wasn't sure at the time, but then I started piecing little clues together, so okay. So I'll have a chat with that individual next time I see him. Because I wasn't sure at the time why they were going so far out of the way to be intentionally disrespectful. But then I started piecing little clues together. I said, okay, I got it now. But this individual's 20 years younger, so I've got to be the older, bigger person here. And they've been through a lot, but I mean, the way they went at me was uncalled for and unwarranted, and I'm going to let them know that in no uncertain terms. But you can be firm without being an asshole, right? You can be firm without being condescending, and that's going to be the nature of my discussion. I'm going to say this is the way it is without, belittling the individual. Even though they went out of their way to try to belittle me the other day, like I said, I'm going to try to be the bigger person here. When I wanted to come out to my bar area, I didn't yesterday because it was so humid. It's not any less humid today, but I miss being out here sometimes. So I came out here and cleaned up my area. And like I said, just as I had the last piece set up, it just started pouring, man. Now it's still raining, but it's it's not too bad. But it just started coming down, man. Like I said, it doesn't usually get into my garage area, but the wind was blowing it in, so I had to really change some things up, man. I had it all set up, but no. Sometimes things just work against you, and you got to roll with the punches. Oh, excuse me. I grew up a bourbon drinker because that's all Dad kept around, so I naturally became a bourbon drinker by proxy. But as I started getting older and enjoying whiskey in a different way, I really gravitated towards Irish whiskey. I loved Irish whiskey. I did move to some Scotch for a little bit, but quite frankly, I do prefer Irish whiskey. I don't mind some Scotch, actually. I was at a friend's house for a tasting a while back, and I was amazed at how much I did enjoy the Scotch. So maybe something I need to revisit now that my palate has changed. Because I remember years ago, I wasn't a big fan of those big peaty notes. But when I tasted some, I've really enjoyed them a lot. And I remember before not really liking Islays, and I was enjoying the Islays. So, your palate does change or it evolves, right, as you grow and try different things. But anyway, the point I was trying to make was I gravitate towards Irish. But then as I got older, into my 50s anyway, as craft distilleries started becoming more plentiful, I started gravitating back towards American whiskeys, bourbon specifically, but I really enjoy the American single malt category. I've been talking to some folks, and some don't get it, right? And that's okay. You don't have to. I love the category because it's the Wild West, right? It has to be 100% malted barley, which is the only rule. But some age their whiskeys much like a single malt Scotch, some like a single malt Irish, but some use new oak, which really gets you these big barrel notes combined with that big chewy barley, and it's just amazing to me. But going back to bourbon, yeah, I have really been focusing back on bourbon a lot lately because a lot of the brands like this, a lot of small distillery bourbons are just freaking amazing. So anyways, I digress. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, prepare wisdom all around good guy.